Hey guys, I wanted to make a video on, well, mostly top surgery. Uh, First, I wanted to point out that I have two chip-in accounts, or, well, not accounts, but like two running donation polls, I guess you would call them. One's for my gender therapy, so that I can actually, like, legally get my letter and recommendations for testosterone and surgery. Um, and the second one is for top surgery itself. Um, I'll put the links down in the description. I think they're down there now. If YouTube stops, like changing everything around. Um, but yeah, I'll put the links for anybody who's awesome and wants to donate something. The links are down there. Anyway, I've come upon a few realizations about top surgery in the last couple months when I haven't been able to update or anything. Um, One of the first ones was I realized I'm never fucking going to afford to be able to spend enough time in Florida to see Garamoni, which really sucks because Garamoni is like the most awesome top surgeon in America. Um, I've not even seen people outside of America who are better than Garamoni. Um, and everybody keeps saying that like Brownstein and Garamoni are like on par with each other, and I think Brownstein sucks compared to Garamoni. Um, but I just cannot afford the travel to get to Florida and stay there for 2 weeks almost, so that I can see him and get the surgery and get my drains taken out and all that. After I realized that, I went and did some research, and there is a top surgeon in Cleveland, Ohio, Dr. Medalie. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of him because he's actually probably one of the better top surgeons that, well, he's not Garamoni, he's not Brownstein, but he's like one of the better. He's not like one of the absolutely fucking horrible ones that you see out there where people got half a tit left and just look. Oh, I've seen some shit out there. But Medalie is actually pretty decent, and there's like three trans guys that I follow who all live in Cleveland, and one of them that I follow the most, like, I've probably seen every one of his videos. I follow him pretty closely. Um, he recently got his surgery with Medalie, and Medalie actually filmed it and put it on his YouTube page, which I think is fucking awesome. Medalie has videos of both different kinds of surgeries, which a lot of trans guys say that they are very glad that they didn't watch it before they got surgery. Um, I'm kind of glad that I did watch it before surgery, but that's mostly so I can go in and tell Medalie, hey, easy on the fucking liposuction, man. Because go find Dr. Medalie's fucking YouTube, or maybe I'll just post the link in the description as well. He's fucking forceful with that liposuction, man. Everything else is like real delicate, and he's like watching himself, and he's going real soft. And then with that fucking liposuction, he's like jab, 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 jab. It's like, ow, no fucking wonder everybody says the liposuction hurts the most. Um, but yeah, I'm after enough research and finding like every fucking person that I can find on YouTube who's ever been to Medalie, the results are actually pretty decent. I'd probably say that he's better at the peri-areola than he is the double incision, but um, I personally just, well, for one, I'm never going to be small enough for a peri-areola, and two, I don't really care too much about scars, and I've found enough tips to ensure a good surgery that I'm not really worried about it. So I've definitely decided that I'm going to go to Dr. Medalie, because I can have my friends drive me up there. I can take the surgery, I can come back home, can wait 10 days, and then drive back up there. Because, I mean, I live in Dayton, and that's Cleveland. It's like a 3 or 4 hour drive, I think. And, man, I can handle that. I have to raise up a couple $100s for gas, but that's about it. No hotel stays, nothing. So that's one of the realizations I've come to, is that just never ever gonna be able to afford Garamoni. I mean, and it's not even like the price is all that different. It's roughly about the same thing. It's gonna be 5,200 for Medalie, and I think it was 5,600 for Garamoni, something like that. Um, but it was just the travel. I can't afford to travel unless I have somebody randomly donate me twice as much that I actually fucking need um, to get surgery. I'd have to save up roughly $10,000 to be able to afford that. So yeah, that's anyway. Another realization I've come to is I am not going to do nipple grafts. I've not seen any other trans guy on YouTube like say that at all or want that. Usually everybody's like I don't know. I from what I've seen with so many different top surgeries is almost nobody's nipples look good. Um, it's just like some of them are fucking lopsided as hell. Some of them have got one really big one, really small one. Some people lose them. Um, they um, some people just have like really fucking oddly shaped ones, like one's all jagged and then one's perfectly circular, and then some people have some that are like ovals like that, some of them have ovals like that, and some have perfect circles, and some people have them like in the fucking middle of their chest, which is not where a nipple is supposed to be. There's just so many things that I've seen gone wrong with nipples. I just don't want to fucking deal with it. And I don't like having nipples. Men really have no purpose to have nipples. There, there's absolutely no reason for a man to have a nipple. The whole reason we do is because we develop them before we ever develop a penis. Um, so they're just kind of junk DNA, really. Um, so there's really no reason to get all that hassle. Like, there's just too many things that could go wrong with it. So I've decided that I am not going to have the nipple grafts, which is going to cost the exact same amount with Medalie, because I already emailed him asking if the price was any different without nipple grafts, and he said no. He even tried to talk me out of it, and I was like, hell no. You're not talking me out of this. You're not gonna stick some weird ass looking brown spots on my body in a weird ass fucking position. Because like Medalie will measure it out so that from like here, like measured out, like he measures like he marks the place where the nipple should be, and like he measures it like so many inches this way, and then like turns it, and it's supposed to be like equal measurement wise, but to the human eye it does not look like at all centered. And then even if it's measured like perfectly this way, some people are just fucking lopsided. No human body is perfect, so it always fucking looks lopsided. And then with the most probably the most common problem I've seen with nipples is that they all stretch this way, like vertically, and I don't want that. Especially on the bigger guys, they all fucking stretch vertically, and I don't want that at all. That just looks horrible to me. Um, so I would much rather not have them at all and get them tattooed on later exactly how I want them to look than to deal with something that I just find fucking ugly. Because, it is my body. I have to live with it. If I want to go without nipples and get them tattooed exactly how I want them to look, I should have that choice. So I'm just not going to get nipple grafts. That's like the two biggest realizations I've had about top surgery lately. Um, the third isn't so much a realization, it's just a kind of thought or a hope or a wish, whatever. I really, really, really want to be able to get top surgery sometime next year. I'm like rooting for like January-ish. Um, I'm really hoping that sometime this year I can do my gender therapy and get my referral and be on T legally, um, and all of that good stuff. Um, and then I can start saving up for um, surgery and all that good stuff. Um, really, really hoping that by next year, early next year, that I will be able to get top surgery, which would be fucking awesome. Um, I was going to share one of the things that I've found helps a lot with a good top surgery result. And I know a lot of guys out there either can't wait, can't commit, or just aren't physically able to do this before top surgery. But I'm talking like to the guys who are willing to do it and willing to put in the effort. Something that I've noticed with the thousands of trans guys that I've seen, um, one of the best ways to guarantee a good looking chest, with like well placed scars and even well placed nipples. Um, One of the best things that you can do is to develop your chest, like the under. I don't have my binder on, but like the underneath part, like imagine I've had top surgery and like this is where my chest is. The underneath part, this right here, getting good definition right here in your chest will ensure an awesome fucking top surgery result. Because anybody I've seen who has muscle definition right in here has an amazing fucking result. Anybody who's been overweight or has no definition ends up with a subpar um, surgery result. And by subpar, I just mean not perfect. I mean, it's probably an awesome result for them. They're probably really happy with it, but it still just kind of looks off. Um, it's not completely perfect. So I plan on um, hopefully building up my chest definition, which is really starting to work. Um, I have some good definition right here, um, but not so much in here because these things are just so fucking huge. I can't see the bottom of my chest. So hopefully these will shrink somewhat, and I'll be able to see the bottom of my chest and get a decent top surgery result within a year. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much all I've wanted to say on top surgery. Just I have my donation pools up. The links are down there. I'm going to be going to Dr. Medalie in Cleveland, Ohio. Yeah, Cleveland, Ohio. I'll probably put a link to his YouTube and his personal website down there. And I'm not going to get nipple grafts. And by the way, you have the option to not get them. If you're like me and care about aesthetics more than function, then it's your choice to decide whether you really want nipple grafts or not. Or you could just go without them altogether and just get nothing. Like you could just have a bare flat chest. Um, there actually are some guys out there. I googled it once. There was like two guys that I found on Google that actually willingly got their nipples removed, but they did it in a tattoo shop, which I would not advise. That just, oh god, that I wouldn't trust a tattoo shop to do that. But yeah, just I think a lot of trans guys should keep in mind that it is their bodies, and it is your body, and if there's something that you personally just don't want or do want, or you want something a specific way, definitely think about all of the options that you have, because there's two different kinds of surgeries, and you can opt out of nipple grafts or not, or you can get them later, or you can get tattoos and all kinds of different stuff. I personally would much rather have something that looks good than something that functions, because I fucking hate having nipples. I absolutely fucking loathe having nipples. If I could cut them off right now, I probably would. It's pretty much all I wanted to say about it, so Wolfgang out.